Hey guys, 3-gun season is starting again, and I thought I would just go over some of the equipment that you would need to get into shooting the 3-gun sports. I'm going to start off pretty basic here. We might do a couple more videos, but this one I'm just going to talk about a few items. I'm going to start off with your belt. That's probably one of the most important things you will use in 3-gun or probably any shooting competition. So this right here is your inner belt, and it's very rigid, and it's got the soft part of like Velcro. So this is the soft part, and this is what will go around your waist. So you'll actually just wear this like a regular belt. You just put that on, and this is what you'll have on you at all times. So that's your inner belt. And then you will have your outer belt. And this is what's got all your attachments to it. I went with Safariland ELS system and their QLS. So this is the Safariland inner, and this is the Safariland outer belt. And this has the Mel, the rough part of Velcro. And when you get a belt from them, it has a different, it's got like a, you see these got all these holes in it. It's got like a little tab that kind of pushes into these holes. It kind of sucks. So a lot of us replace that with, this is basically a snowboard or a skiing ratchet system. So it's just got like the ratchet set up like on ski boots. So what you do is you actually put this on. So this ratcheting system is behind you. And you can put this on and then actually ratchet that to tighten up on you. Get real nice and tight and snug. So this stays on you at all times. You can take this outer belt on and off if you want. Depends on how long your day is going or what you got going on, but you can take that off. So, like I said, this is the Safariland ELS, and this is the equipment locking system, is what ELS stands for. And then for your holster itself, that is the QLS, and that's the quick lock system. Now, the QLS is what you use for your holster, and the ELS is what you use for your accessories, your other equipment. You do not want to use ELS for like to hang your pistol on. These just aren't tough enough, really. I think some guys do, but that's not what, you're not supposed to do that. I've got a little magnet here. I'll show you what that's for. But this is basically your outer belt. And then you go in to your mag carriers. So all these are custom Kydex. These are made from Concealment Solutions. So I run 2. And like I said, the nice thing with this setup is you got the male pieces on your equipment and the female part on your belt. You can move these around. You can put these anywhere you want. If a stage calls for something and you don't need the other stuff, you can take them all off. So, just show you real quick, I got 2 of those for my rifle mags. I run 4 of these for my pistol. here is my holster, and it's also on a Safariland drop leg little attachment. I forget what this is called exactly, but you can find all this stuff on anywhere. Safariland, Amazon. And then Victus Practical shotgun caddies. A couple of these. Got this one here for shotgun shells also. This is normally what I carry slugs in if I, need to. This isn't my favorite holder, but I'll often put slugs in here and then keep this kind of on the back of me for backup. So here's the ELS off. There's a brand new one. So you can see, it's got all these holes here. And when you order this, it does come with all the hardware. Let me show you. They send you a lot of hardware. Like, you get a big old bag of fasteners and all kinds of stuff. But this basically, any way you need to, you can cant these straight up and down. You can put them any way you want, because all these holes gives you basically any number of variations. You see, that's how you attach them there. You got these fasteners here, and here's the other side of them. But that's how these work. They just lock in. So on your belt, say you'll need your pistol, so that goes on there. And if you have multiple pistols, or whatever, the nice thing, you can have different holsters. This is generally my setup here. And then I'll put a couple pistol mags. I'll throw on a couple of my rifle mags. And we got some shotgun stage. I will generally put a couple of these on. And that's the cool thing about running a belt like this. So you can change things out, mix it up any way you feel like. So that's your belt. Let me clear all this stuff off. Okay, and then of course you're going to need some hearing protection. Some eye protection. Now, these are my backup to my backups. These 3M Peltor TP100s is what I actually prefer to use. And these are just electronic in the ear. These are pretty nice. They're a little pricey, but that's my preferred setup there. And then next, it's these Walker silencer in the ear electronic earbuds. And these are Bluetooth, so you could listen to music and stuff with these. And then you got the old Howard lights. I don't generally like shooting with these because when you get a cheek well on your rifle or something, these usually get in the way and hit. I say you want a couple different pair of safety glasses. So your PPE is mandatory. You don't want to be out there doing anything without proper PPE. And then of course you're going to want magazines. Lots and lots of magazines. So I've got D60, some 40s, some 30 rounds, some 20 rounders, even got some 10 rounders. And for the pistol, I wish I had a couple more pistol mags, but for the 2011, these MBX, they're kind of pricey. So I try to just use what I have here. With the rifle mags, it's nice to have everything preloaded the night before, so when you go to the match, you can just not worry about loading all your mags and be in a hurry. And then in between stages, you can reload up the mags you've already shot, but also have some already ready to go, so you're not kind of getting rushed and people aren't waiting on you either. But it's nice to have an array of magazines. And then of course, you're going to want a pistol of some kind. It's empty. But I shoot a 2011 an STI DBC3 gun. So with this did have a Trijicon RMR. I've actually broken 2 of those. This, I'm just trying out the SRO. It's quite a bit bigger, but it's got a lot bigger window. So I'm going to run this one. My RMR wasn't going to be back for 8 weeks for repair, so I just went out and purchased this the other day. But to get you any kind of a pistol, doesn't matter, striker fired, you can use a Glock, M&P, SIG, CZ, doesn't matter. You don't need to have a red dot. This puts you in the open. That's all up to you if you want to run a red dot or not. And here's my rifle. So this is set up perfectly for me. This might not be for everybody, but I have the Vortex HD Razor 1-6 Gen, can't remember, Gen 2, Gen 3, whatever. I also have a red dot on a mount that puts it 45 degrees. So this way you can use this red dot for all the close-up targets you have, and then quickly jump back to your scope for some of the mid to long range shots. Kind of go back and forth if need be, instead of having to dial. Especially with these Vortex, they're pretty stiff. But I usually use this at somewhere between 4 and 6 power. If I have a whole bunch of papers up close, I will switch this over to 1 power. But if I have an array both close and far, I'll put this about 4 power and then use this red dot for all the close-up work. But you don't need anything fancy like this. This does have a really nice carbon fiber sleeved barrel from BSF. You can shoot a hole, you can do a mag dump and then grab onto this carbon fiber sleeve, and it's warm, but it's not going to burn you. If you touch the comp, that would burn the crap out of you, but this sleeve really dissipates the heat very well. And of course, then I've got Faxon Firearm carbon fiber hand guard. If you guys don't know much about cryptic coating bolt carrier groups, this thing is like glass. This bolt carrier group is the finest bolt carrier I think you'll find. It just, you can see that kind of glistening. It's the coating that they put on this thing. It's just, you'd have to hold one to really appreciate it. Then I have a Mega Arms matched billet receiver set. Just giving you guys just a little view of what I got. I do really like a bad lever. This is from Troy, but a lot of people don't like it. I do. Got a Hyperfire trigger, Luth AR stock. So that's my rifle. Sometimes I use this bipod. The bipod's on here so I don't forget it. That way it's on my rifle. And I won't leave it behind. So if I get it, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So it stays on here until I get to the match, and I can take it off and use it if I need to or not. And here is my shotgun. I've shot quite a few different shotguns in 3-gun. For a couple years I ran the Mossberg 930. We even made some custom parts for the gas system in it, and it really helped that out. But I've actually, once I tried out this Stoeger M3K, I got rid of the Jerry Miculek 930 because this Stoeger is way better. So you can see I've got a red dot on this. I got red dots on everything. So this mount is probably one of the coolest things you can get for your Stoeger if you want to run a red dot. This is made by entirelycrimson.com. And the reason that this is perfect is because there's some other ones out there, but it kind of puts your dot up higher. And Austin over there at Entirely Crimson made this, and it puts your red dot at the perfect height. So if you're wondering what that is, that's just a piece of black tape I put on just in case, so the pin don't fall out for the trigger. I haven't had it happen, but I don't want it to happen. So I just took a little safety precaution. And I do have the Lightning Lifter on this. Have opened it up. You can see. So let me grab some shells, some dummy rounds. But you, on your shotgun, you do want to open your loading gate up and pour it out so you can load your shotgun shells a lot easier. Let me grab that for you. I'm just going to show you. These are my practice dummy rounds. There's no gunpowder. There is lead shot, so they fill just like the real deal. There's no primers. So they fill just like they're supposed to. But they are inert. So when you have your caddy, you got your shotgun shells. Of course, you'll have this fully loaded up, and that's how they sit. So when this is on your belt, you're looking down at this caddy like I would be. You reach in and you grab. You put your thumb just over the ones closest to you here. So you grab a hold of this, you rip that off. So when you're holding it, you just got your thumb over these ones here. These two you're going to load. And then these two here will come after. But you kind of got to control the whole thing. It is kind of awkward at first until you get used to it. But you rip these off. Okay, so the cool thing about this Stoeger and this Lightning lifter here, this is from MOA Precision. You can get it for Benelli also. There's a couple others. But the cool thing with this, to show you, it is empty. So when you're in a match and you fire the last round, you lock it back, and normally you would have to grab a shell, throw it in, hit your bolt release, and then flip it over and start to load it. The cool thing with this Lightning lifter is you can skip that step. So like I was showing you, grab your quad load. So the cool thing with this Lightning lifter is once you run it dry, instead of dropping a round off your match saber and then, dropping your bolt carrier, this will do all that for you. So I'm not going to hit anything. I'm just going to throw some in to the loading tube. So you grab your quad load, and as soon as a single one goes into your feeding tube, it drops the bolt for you, the bolt carrier group. I'll show you that again. So that you run dry, it's locked back, you can throw it over, grab your 4, and I already got 4 in there, and 1 is already in the chamber for you. So that right there is a big benefit of running this Stoeger over some of the others that I have. But this has just been I know it's a little long-winded, but this was just kind of a little overview I wanted to do. Got the match coming up. It's tomorrow. I'll post a video of how that match went probably. But if you guys like this video or not, please comment below, let me know, so I can know if you guys want me to do some more videos like this, or if you don't want me to do videos like this. But either way, thanks for watching, guys.